Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to So Crypto, your home for Crypto TA. I am your host Martin, and in this episode we are gonna be talking about, can the recovery continue? Now, if you are catching this from live, welcome. If you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. I really want to know what you're thinking. Also, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news and technicals, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button and that bell. That way you will be notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us whenever the stream is done, join us on the Discord. Links will be going out here shortly. And it'll be pinned at the top of the chat on YouTube. What is up, guys? We're coming in an hour earlier, like we said. Thank you very much for being here. Let's see who's in the house. Jeff, thank you very much for being here. Steve, yo, May, Carthago, and Carrie. Thank you very much for being here, guys. Much appreciate your support. You guys being here. Curtis, how's it going? Again, tonight's stream starting a little bit earlier. We're going to be starting at 8 p.m. for the next couple days, see how it goes. And then we'll make a final decision as to whether or not this is going to be our new time slot or we're going to revert back to the old one. But for now, expect this time frame, at least in the next coming weeks. So let's get going to where crypto's moving and see what's happening here. So we have taken a drop, right? We are dropping. Yesterday we took a nasty drop. We managed to hold, right? We managed to hold here at 1.55 trillion, which is again that 786 fib retracement. And we bounced strong, right? But still managed to lose in general on market cap. Although Bitcoin was trying to recover nicely and doing positive, market cap in general still lost 2.28%. Right now still going down 1.63%. There's really not a lot here that is going on that is bullish since last time we were looking at it. We're just floating here in the middle of nowhere. And we are sitting oversold at 26.56. Are we going to get recovery? Is this recovery real, man? Or is it just a reaction rally? That's what we're going to try to determine when we go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, 36,227 right now on the red. Now, if you remember, we were looking at this as small fibs. Remember, we drew small fibs for Bitcoin from the high point here, right? Or somewhere in the, I think in the 1 hour from high to low. And we're targeting areas where we could potentially go. So I'm going to get rid of this here and get rid of this. Just send it to the 1 hour. We'll talk about it once we get there. But as you can tell, Bitcoin did try to recover. Here on this chart, we did go to a high of 38,050. Again, going for that resistance at 38,314, rejecting near that zone and pulling back down right now. Still pulling back down. About to undo the gains that we had yesterday, right? We gained 1.19. Right now going down by 1.37. Is the sell-off over? I'm not sure yet. We are getting a little bit of relief, right? We are getting a little bit of relief. And the wick, this mighty wick, was pretty strong to the upside, I gotta say, guys. I was surprised, and I'll talk about what happened there, but, you know, look at this freaking wick. It pumped 11% in the day, right? That is just how much it pumped to where it closed. If we go all the way to the top, we're pumping around maybe more than 15%. So it could have been pretty good gains here on Bitcoin, right? Again, 15%. So let's see what is happening with regards to the other charts. Where are we at? Well, if you look at this chart here Bitcoin didn't get to that 38,000, right? Well, let's talk about where we went. Here we got to a high of 37,583. Again, different charts, different targets. That's why our areas and targets on the charts don't match with each other, right? Because each chart will have different things. But, you know, I've managed to see that this chart here is pretty good at supports and resistances. That's why we're using this chart here for the supports and resistances of Bitcoin. Now, took that mighty drop, right? 33,062, then recovered very nicely and getting above that 36,556 and even touching and trying to get above, but we failed ultimately. 37,393 right now, breaking back below 36,556. I don't like the game this is playing right now because we do need to be above that 56,000. That is going to be a strong area of support if we manage to close above it. Otherwise, it's going to become a resistance again, and it's not going to be fun trying to break above it. So let's go and check out what else is happening with the other charts that we've been looking at for Bitcoin. In this chart, we dropped again. We were below that midline of the channel. We managed to reclaim it right now, coming back down a bit. And it's okay. We're still in downtrend here. We are rejecting that $37,000 mark. So, you know, nothing really super special. Let's go here on this chart. Let's see what we have here. Again, rejecting it near fib. And on this chart, we have, again, that inverse. Sorry, not inverse, that head and shoulders that's pulling us to the downside. We are breaking this support here at the 382 at 36,639. We managed to close below it and right on it, and right now we're still moving back down. And again, that is an older one. I wouldn't be putting a lot of weight on that one. Why am I saying that? Because this one here, this old fibs, they consider a different high. So, you know, I'm probably going to remove them from this chart. They're not worth anything to us anymore. So let's get rid of those. And let's get back here on this chart and go to the 4-hour chart. So on the 4-hour, what is happening? Let's go here in auto. Move that by accident. Let's go here. We are going a little bit higher again. Like I said, look, that rejection of this area here, 36,556. We've seen it before. Again, here we rejected, here we rejected, right? And even before, we know it's an area where we're gonna reject. Again, come back down not only once but twice. We hit that 33,046 or $33,090 mark, and we have managed to get above again that 34,000 to 35,733, and then from there just kept on moving higher, right? Again, rejecting higher areas of value for now. Bollinger Bands are starting to tighten. Are we going to get another explosive move to the downside? Still yet to be determined. However, here on the 4-hour, there is bearish divergence, right? Bearish divergence. Without the possibility for a drop, it is hidden divergence, and we're starting to get that stagnation at a key area that we must get above, right? We ultimately need to get above 37,000, but rejecting 36,556 is not good, right? So again, that divergence is putting that pressure on the price. Right now, we are sitting sold at 47.29, and like I said, we are trying to gain, but ultimately we are failing a bit. And we're going to see on the 1-hour if we're going to get more sell-off, right? Or we could get more sell-off coming in. So let's go back to this here chart, which is the main one that we use. Again, I just want to explain why we were rejecting at that resistance. Look, last time we had on the 4-hour, bearish divergence broke down. Here, we did create something bullish, right, earlier. And this was part of the reason that we sparked the rally, that awesome rally that we got today in the morning, 8 in the morning. That's when the rally started. And yes, I was looking at it. I was trying to determine how good of a rally it was going to be. And I didn't end up buying my Ethereum position, and not because I didn't want to. I mean, my Ethereum position still, I sold it at a better price. Could I have gotten some good return? Yeah, but ultimately there was a higher risk of the market still crashing and us not getting the correction that we were looking for. Again, we're starting to get some reaction rally. That's what I'm going to be calling this a reaction rally. We're not yet on a new trend. We did have bullish divergence, which is good, but ultimately we are creating this hidden divergence here, and that tells us that we might be looking for action to the downside, maybe stagnation. Now, we have just pumped about 15% or 10% since here, right? So from here again, 8.69%. Again, we could start a flag. We are above the 20 moving average, which is good. But again, I'm looking for some flag, some consolidation, some slight consolidation to happen, which could be provided by this hidden divergence. And then we could be looking for a rally to come in again. It will depend heavily on what kind of consolidation we make. Sitting neutral at 47.26. Let's look at the 1-hour chart. Again, guys, if you enjoy the content, if you like what we're seeing here, make sure you hit the like, the bell, and the sub, right? So what are we seeing here? Again, we did break this area as resistance, or this area of support, remember? And you remember what I said was going to happen when we broke that area? We're going to get a dip. And remember, look at that. Boom. Broke it at 1 in the morning. Try to reclaim it at 2. 3 rejected it, confirmed. And then quick drop, right? Boom. So we did go lower. Again, we were looking for a valid retrace up to here. That's what we're considering our low point to be. Guess what? We got a new low. So we're going to adjust our fibs now. We're going to see what we are hitting, and then we'll determine where we can go. So, yes, dropping valid retrace to at 382. And currently we are rejecting near that zone. So on a rejection, we could be looking for a hit back to at 236 at 35,504. But we could also be looking for a bounce and try to get above that 382 and go to that 50 and even that 618 before we actually retrace again, right? Produce the beats. What's up, my friend? Thank you very much for being here. NWRNVR. What's up, dude? So do we have anything bearish here? No, look, we're coming up higher, more positive momentum higher still. Coming down lower, more negative momentum lower still. We didn't have anything bullish, right? Not on the major moves. Here we had some scrubby bullish move. And again, I hate it when it's just on like a 3-hour time frame, right? So 1, 2, 3. Because it could not provide a lot of strength. Sometimes it doesn't provide a lot of strength. I mean, we did get a nice round, a nice rally, but we could be looking for even more action to the downside to follow, right? So again, just be careful. It could be a reaction rally. We could be setting up for a trap. So let's go to Bitcoin and see what else happened here on the futures. On the futures, something interesting did happen. We're gonna go on the daily and I'm gonna show something. I'm gonna draw this line here. And look at that line, 33,125, right? It's actually a little bit lower. I'm going to try to point it to where it's hitting that lower portion here. There we go. So we are hitting that lower portion. And when I come back in here and I zoom back here where we had that gap, you know, see what's happening? We managed to hit about that same wick, right? So that line, that blue line is coming up here and hitting this here zone. And upon hitting the zone, that highest point that we had here was 32,930, right? So we have that bottom portion at 30,820. So at least we managed to move back down to touch that wick of the gap. Could we consider that gap to be closed? I mean, yeah, we only have a tiny amount to go. I would say the market could interpret this as the gap being closed. Now, we're going to have to wait for some slight confirmation again here that moving down kind of closed this gap. It didn't close it 100%. You can see that there's a slight separation when we come in here. And I'm just going to look at this too. So if I make this much larger and I come in here, you can see that the bottom here, right? That bottom right of this here candle, it is slightly higher than this candle. So again, having a little bit of it to go still counts as a closing of that candle. We have wick down, almost touching the same touch point. And so here, us coming here and leaving some small amount could be interpreted as us closing that gap. I'm still going to leave this here. We do know we got a potential closure. And you remember what I said could happen after we close the gap? And I said that yesterday. I said if we close the gap at the bottom portion, or yesterday or Saturday, if we close that lower gap, we could be looking for a bounce to close the higher gaps, the upper gaps that we have. And for the most part, we could even say that this gap almost got closed in its entirety, right? We also have that small amount to go to fully close the gap. So if I were to bring this up here again, just to there, look at how tiny that amount we have to go is, right? For it to close that CME gap. I think we could say that this gap is mostly closed, just like we said that the gap on the earlier time back on, earlier than when we were looking at gap 2, which is back here on July. We could say that we kind of closed that, just like we can say that we kind of closed this one here. So again, if we believe that this gap is closed, we could be getting some kind of rally on account we have gaps to the upside. We have a gap here, again, a tiny small amount, and we have a main gap here. And we have another much larger gap here that we also need to close, right? To some extent, we could say that this kind of wick came up and almost closed it. So we could consider this gap to be sort of closed, although there's still a gap. I usually want to see a very, very close hit of the area prices that we're targeting. So again, here I would say that this gap still has a little bit to go. I'm 100% sure we've closed it. And this one, I'm not also 100% sure that we've closed it. Again, we have not gotten those spot on hits, or very, very close to where it's negligible to look at those and say, yeah, we closed the gap, right? So again, there's still a chance that Bitcoin might drop. Someone was talking about triple bottoming. So yeah, there will be a bottom here. I would not consider this to be a first bottom, but there will be a triple support that could lead to higher areas of value if we are to bounce at those lower price ranges. And that gets here around the 30,000, maybe even down here 28,000s, right? Let's go here, man. Yeah, earlier streams, man. So again, we're looking at a hit of 32,272. Low as we got here, 30,950. You know, almost $700 of target. A little bit less than $700 of target on a $30,000 move is not bad. But again, I'm still looking for that movement near that zone so we can close that CME gap to some extent. Like we saw on the other chart, the CME gap almost got closed. With that into account, let's go check out Ethereum. And again, Ethereum was in a little bit more pain yesterday. Earlier today, when I woke up, I was losing around 15% or something. It was just insane. And although throughout the day it managed to recover, it didn't manage to recover above that exit level that I had at 2,500, which is where I have my alert. Now it did drop, and it dropped to lower urge value where we were expecting to find support, that 2,307 area, and we managed to reclaim that zone. Remember, I said if we drop from there, there's not a lot of support until 1,821. So we do want to see this hold support here on Ethereum. Preparing for war. Andrew, what's up, guys? So let's get on that daily again. We are making let's zoom in here. All right, we are making bullish divergence. And it's weird because I was almost positive that when we looked at the other days at this, we didn't have it. So trying to get bullish divergence again, try to pump on doing it. And again, I'm not going to put a lot of weight here. Oversold at 25.39. We could see another drop, and like we're starting to see right now on Ethereum. And this is going to generate even strong bullish divergence as it is right now against the MACD. But I would love to see some of that divergence develop against the MACD and the RSI before we go for a pump again here. Oversold with strong bullish divergence. We could be looking for action to the upside now, right? Ethereum could be looking for a potential rally coming in on the daily, and it's setting up again at support with strong bullish. Again, if we drop a little bit more, we might still hold it against the RSI and then look for that potential rally to come. So I would be looking for an area to buy back into Ethereum and probably write it up a bit and try to get some a little bit more return on my money, right? On the 4-hour chart, as you can tell, we dropped lower, and just like Bitcoin, right? Just like Bitcoin, we are creating this bullish divergence strong. Does this get us out of the woods? I'm not sure. I'm not sure in Ethereum, because on Bitcoin we had immediately bearish divergence hidden that was putting pressure on that Bitcoin price, and that's what's getting us to drop back down again. Sitting neutral at 40.24, and look at this, right? I'm going to zoom in here. You can see that we are definitely coming higher on that positive momentum, and just like Bitcoin, it's starting to develop that bearish divergence hidden, right? And with that, we could be looking at stagnation, maybe action to the downside. We're starting to undo the previous candle, rejecting that 20 moving average. It just lets me know, at least for now, that we're not strong enough to get above that 20, and we could still be looking for further rejection. We could be going back down to that 2,307, see if we can hold support there, or even coming down here at 2,259 or so, and see if we're going to be holding support around that area, right? So again, those areas could be important for Ethereum for us to hold. If we drop below there, yes, could be looking for a lot more pain. On the 1-hour chart, dropping lower, more negative momentum, and lower still. From way back here, right? We are creating some bullish against the MACD, right? So this is the 1 hour, sorry. And this is the move I'm looking at. From way back here, we come from a low point to a higher point, a high point to a lower point on the price. Strong bullish, got that nice rally coming in again around 8 in the morning. That's when we started. And then we rejected near, but we never got above my exit level, 2,500. So I think we could be okay here on Ethereum. And now I'm looking for something else to happen on the daily, where we might start to get some recovery. Also in the 4 hour, where we have that bullish divergence. I mean, we do have hidden bearish. We are getting some flagging happening, consolidation of sorts, because we also have that hidden divergence here in the 1 hour, right? So again, look at that, boom, putting that pressure on the price, making us flag a bit. Again, we're not taking a massive drop, which is good. It tells us that we might be done selling off, at least for now, and we need to get some relief. Again, selling also gets exhaustion, right? You cannot sell forever, just like you cannot buy forever. The price cannot go up forever, just like it cannot go down forever. At some point in time, it gets exhausted. A lot of people start to see more value in the market, and they start to buy back in because their areas of value are so good that they are believing they're going to get a better return on the long term. That's why when prices go down, all of a sudden you see them stop, stall, and then turn around and just start to shoot back up. I do believe that institutional investors got into the market and started buying. There was a lot of movement, right? This downwards motion candle here today had a lot of volume. This candle here also had a lot of volume, and it was a fight for the price. Other than that, everything else that kept on rallying didn't have a lot of volume. We didn't have a lot of follow through with the volume, right? Right now, sitting in neutral at 50.91. I'm going to go back to Bitcoin real quick just so we can see how the volume happened here. Again, Bitcoin was a little bit different in the story, at least on the other chart. But here again, something similar. Large move here again. I believe this could be bad data. I want to confirm by looking at another chart, right? Here we don't have that large wick to the upside, right? But we get similar volume. What I'm looking at right now is the volume. We had similar volume here and here. And started to get that recovery, but we had nice volume on every green candle we were getting. Right? Unlike Ethereum, which only had a volume towards that downwards motion, then a little bit of volume towards that picking up value again. And then we can see here on the 4 hour that this candles here had a lot of volume traded. Again, right? A lot of volume being traded, and we kind of lost that volume here. Now we're starting to drop, but not with a lot of volume, right? On the daily. Again, rejection right off this area. Again, a lot of volume yesterday. Today just starting. We still have 21 hours and 33 minutes to go. But there is not a lot of volume, right? Here, it was a pretty good fight for price value on this daily candle for Bitcoin. Again, a lot of volume coming in. Yeah. It would look like a fake out. It has strength, right? We are showing strength. We're showing that we don't want to go lower. But how strong are we? Right? Are we strong enough to just get to 37,000 and then reject? Are we going to be stronger to go higher? Right? Those are questions that are extremely valid and that we must try to answer before we set up a position. Now, why am I saying that? Because if we don't know if this had a valid motion behind it, right? It's just like, yeah, it's dropping. Why did it pump so much? Did institutions get back into Bitcoin, right? That is a very important question to ask, because if institutions are buying at this level, we might not see Bitcoin drop lower. It could drop if a whale sells, but if institutions are picking up Bitcoin at the 30,000s, if governments are picking up Bitcoin at the 30,000s, low 30,000s, we could definitely see this sustain prices at this level and maybe even stop and start rejecting anything below 30K. And again, we could be looking for maybe more action to the upside to come, particularly if more people keep on picking up Bitcoin at these areas. Yes, there's tightness of the Bollinger Bands coming in on the 1 hour or on the 4 hour. I can't remember which time scale. There's tightness of the Bollinger Bands coming in somewhere. I can't remember where we've seen it. 4 hour chart. There we go. They're starting to tighten, right? Starting to tighten. Here again, expanding to the downside on the daily. Now on the 4 hour, remember, moves within the Bollinger Bands are allowed. Bollinger Bands are 2 standard deviation. 95% of the moves have to be within the Bollinger Bands. And we know that when they're expanded, moves from the bottom to all the way to the top of the Bollinger Bands are allowed. So, we'll see. So that is it, man. Neutral at 47. 124, already talked Ethereum. Let's check out ADA. ADA at $1.04. Man, it's on sale. Dropped again, right? A couple hours ago to the same area, 95 cents. We talked about that area being important. Remember, dropping below that 95 cent makes it where ADA could drop all the way to 35 cents. And man, if it drops to 35 cents, I'm buying ADA. I'll tell you that. Now, we do have bullish divergence. We had it here. We still have it here. We're still having less of the slightly higher on that RSI. And with that potential fraction to the upside, still strong bullish, still waiting for that to hold. And we're still looking for support at 1.04. Right now, we are breaking it, going down by about 2.62%. And that is what we have. We do reclaim this here area at the $1.04. We could be aiming for $1.21. Let's go to the 4 hour. Again, tightness on the Bollinger Bands, dropping lower. Guess what? Bullish divergence, just like Bitcoin, Ethereum, getting the recovery but rejecting the 20, right? Getting the recovery but rejecting the 20. Now, I'm going to point something out that could happen and apply to both Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the other coins that are doing something similar right now. And that is that we could drop, so long as we don't drop lower than this here low, and we could get continuation to the upside on this bullish divergence, right? Now, this divergence on a lot of the projects, it's by going from negative to zero, right? From negative momentum to positive momentum. We are not really anchoring to less negative momentum, which is where we really want to anchor. So we're going to see. We're going to see how this keeps on holding and how the market keeps on reacting. Right now, I'm worried about that rejection of the 20 moving average, not just on Ethereum, but also on ADA. That could tell us that we're not strong enough to go higher. But watch out, break them above that 20. on any small cap coin. And if we have volume following that move, it could be that we're looking for some kind of reversal, at least in the short term, and start looking for more action to the upside, right? If we are to draw a line here like we've been drawing on the other projects, this would very likely be the line that we're looking to break. Again, one top, two top. Again, we're hitting here and rejecting. So again, this is our resistance line here on the 4 hour. And this is the area to beat. Now, getting above that line could put us on a short-term bull trend. And guess where that line happens to be? Slightly above that 20 moving average. So getting above that blue line, getting above the 20 moving average could put alts, or at least ADA, where it pumps a little bit more and maybe goes for that $1.21 mark. So let's go to the 1 hour. And high to low, high positive momentum and less positive momentum, right? Yep. And a low point to a slightly higher point. So again, here against the RSI, we are having some of this bearish divergence, hidden bearish for now. And that is going to put pressure on the price. Am I worried about it? It could get us to flag and stagnate. Right now we're stagnating and moving down, not necessarily flagging. And we are trying to find support at the 20 moving average in the 1 hour. So again, the only bad thing is that we're not getting a lot of, similar reads in the market. Again, here we have some bullish divergence, but again, coming from way back here, and he'll just be again against the RSI, just like Ethereum had, right? So on this larger move, bullish divergence, action to the upside, hidden bearish coming in and making us drop. We're trying to hold the 20. Man, could we start consolidating this area? We could. Again, coming back down to 95 cents. We talked about the target if we broke below here. Look at that, boom, drop, right? Getting a bounce, and now we're dropping below this area here. So again, we could come down here again, not necessarily to hit this zone, but consolidate here in triangle formation before we look for a move to happen, right? Again, the market just had a major sell-off, right? A lot of sell-off on Monday, a lot of sell-off on Friday, some on Saturday. We did aim for some recovery on Sunday and a couple of the projects, but a lot of sell-off has people scared. And where people are scared, they don't make rational decisions. So any movement down could be magnified by people selling off positions because they're scared the market is going to drop farther down and they're going to be looking to preserve wealth. Now, if you're not looking into that or you don't understand how that happens, well, just imagine yourself holding on Bitcoin and you just see it dropping in value, and all of a sudden your investment's already losing money and you're thinking, man, I'm going to get out of this. So that's just what happens, right? All of a sudden you start getting to your head and you start to get panicked about the drop in the market, right? So that's why you always trade with a plan. If you have a plan, you're not going to get wrecked as much. It is important to have a trading plan when you're trading and stick to it, right? And stick to it. That's the most important thing. It's not worth anything if you have a plan on paper, but you never execute it. Again, I'm going to look for the same divergence here. And again, I'm looking at something very similar here on Bitcoin like we had with Ethereum and ADA, right? Where we have this bullish divergence on this larger move. It's just against the RSI. It could get us to rally a bit. I'm not saying it's not, and we did get that rally. So it might not just be coming from the smaller divergence, but also from this larger one. And again, this happened when we were not here. But I looked at the market earlier. I noticed that Ethereum had that divergence, looking for that movement up. And also that we had this bearish divergence, right? So again, it's looking okay. It's not looking too bad. Worried about the 4 hour, though, putting pressure on that price. And like I said, we just had a nice impulse up. Start flagging. See where we go before we actually break again, right? Right on. So what else are we going to look at? Let's check. I mean, the whole market is just not doing so good. I think someone posted a project. All right. People. That was it. People. Someone said, look at people. My buddy Eiswall said, look at people, man. The people is dropping. You don't care about the bullish divergence. Nothing on the daily. On the 4 hour, it's not carrying out the bullish divergence, right? It just kept on dropping. More negative momentum still, right? More negative momentum, so we're dropping more. Again, this project is too young. I'm not sure if this project is being rug pulled or anything, but getting some recovery, getting above the 20 finally on more bullish divergence that develop here. All right, from here to here, we're coming lower. And from here to here, we are also, right, coming in from negative momentum to positive, just like Ethereum. Bitcoin and the rest, and neutral at 45.88. So again, bullish divergence, action to the upside, and we are going to go back up, right? So again, we're starting to go up, hidden divergence starting to come in, and we might start to see some pressure build here to where we could try to retest that 20 moving average, or maybe even reverse the break that we're getting. We have this against the MACD, and we have it against the RSI. Barely. The candle's still not closed, but it looks as though until right now, when we're live, we are having this. Again, we just gotta wait for confirmation. That means the candle has to close, the next candle has to start reversing. This divergence is gonna take a while for us to get rid of, because it can pump all the way up here to 5.17, make more positive momentum, and go higher on the RSI, and still have that hidden divergence there, right? So let's check this, man. Again, here we are starting to develop some bearish divergence. Look, impulse up, consolidated briefly, and now we're moving that new leg up here. Could be short-lived. Now, why am I saying could be short-lived? There is bearish divergence that is immediately developing, and it's going to put pressure on the price. It's just against the MACD, not against the RSI. Or it's just sitting bought at 64.68. But if you look at this, we're getting a lot of similarities with the rest of the market, right? We're getting this movement here that had that bullish divergence happening, right? Short term, we don't have anything going on. Again, getting a rally. Now we're getting this moving down. Could be getting that moving down on bearish divergence. Watch out for it. Right now, this candle is very undecided. It says 0. We have not even changed the hour. We still have 20 minutes to go, 22 minutes to go, and we're starting to get indecision. Means we're not strong enough to go higher, and maybe that bearish divergence will put pressure on the price. Again, we are in a bear trend. We have not broken it, nor we have confirmed that we are starting a bull trend. So what do we know about bearish trends? Bullish indicators have a bigger chance of not playing out, so they can fail to perform. And bearish indicators in a bear trend tend to perform better than they would on a bull trend or a regular market. So again, they will be overperforming the market, right? So we should be looking for more drops. Maybe here, even a little bit more of a drop. Sorry, guys, something in my eye. So the markets, again, need to figure out where they want to go, right? That's the first thing that we must do. And then, so we got to take it easy right now. No rush decisions. No need to rush into getting wrecked town. Right now on the daily, pumping of K, it's pumping 6%. It's not bad. But again, I would not be able to tell you here on the daily where or not we're going to get a lot of recovery. That 20 moving average looks tempting. It's way up here. It 6.84 cents. Could be a very nice rally if it goes there, man. You're going to be doubling your money. But we don't know yet. Right. At least for now, I mean, it could drop again. I'm not going to say it is. If you're going to get a position here, you can buy a little bit, then add more as the price keeps on going, right? Yo.
Adam, please and thank you.
Brother, thank you very much for that, man. That is awesome. Challenge accepted, my friend. We will look at Adam. The atom. Where is it at? Where is the atom going? The atom. The automaton. Dude, where's Adam? Did I lose it? I think I might have misplaced Adam because it's no longer here where I have it. So maybe at the bottom of the chart. Did I accidentally close it and open it again? Jeez. All right, let's find it. All right, for some reason I couldn't find it where it's supposed to be. Here we go. Let's get it on the daily. What's up with these people coming in and typing up those weird things ever, man? Daily chart rules. Yes, the daily chart rules them all. Look at this. Very nice hit here at 27.78 where we had support, sort of, right? So we did break slightly below. Again, I'm looking for areas around that point. And then we're looking at 29.21. Again, we're in the same dollar, 50 cents below. Again, nice target coming back up here. We held support and rejected lower areas of value, pumping 4.07 yesterday, pumping 18% on Sunday. Right now, struggling a bit. Why are we struggling? Well, we could be following the rest of the market. There is hidden bullish for this move here. There is hidden bullish divergence that developed and is helping us to pump a bit. Now that hidden divergence, again, coming up to more negative momentum. We don't have it against the RSI. It's just against the MACD and starting to get that slight rally. Neutral at 50.38. Targeting should be the 20 moving average at $37.57. Getting above that zone. Right now, we are also finding support here at this old here fib. That is this 618 at $35.46. Again, we're above it. So it's going to try to hold. And we can try to go back out to that 20 moving average. But for that to happen, the market needs to play nice. That means Bitcoin needs to chill a bit. Let this run, hit its target, and then we'll see on the 4 hour if we have anything else. But again, last thing that moved us down, bearish divergence. So we dropped, hidden bullish, trying to get us to rally. And overall, the project, yes, it took a massive, massive move down from $43 all the way to $29, right? Losing almost a quarter of its value. Again, we had that bearish divergence when we're looking at this. Look, we've dropped 1, 2, boom, support and bounce. Nice. Nothing here that is bullish, right? Lower, more negative momentum, lower still, coming higher, less negative, higher. Neutral 55.26. Right now, I'm not looking at anything here except that we're still creating divergence to here, and it's still hidden bearish. So if we had it to here, played this down. We have it here again. It's starting to put pressure on the price. We are starting to see Cosmos stagnate a bit. So could we drop? Yes, but I would not be expecting for now to get a drop below the 20. At least the 20 would be a good target, and that's at $32.31 before we look for any kind of continuation or maybe some flagging, because we just had a nice impulse up. We could flag a little bit before we actually pump back up again. Let's go to the 1 hour. It's fun to find. It's hard to find Atom because it's so small. I know. You know what's smaller? IOTA, I think. Tiny IOTA. Going up higher. Higher still. So lower, more negative, and lower still. The only thing, again, that we could draw from here is not even the bullish divergence that we have with Bitcoin and Ethereum. It is taking a nice rally after finding that support. And, bro, here, I'm not finding anything bearish right now on the 1 hour, right? We're coming up. More positive momentum, higher on the RSI. Dropping a bit, less of that positive momentum dropping. So there's nothing bearish. We're flagging here. By all intents and purposes on Cosmos, we're flagging. This could lead to another leg up, but for that to happen, we need to look for a shake off of this divergence. Could we still pump again here and still have that bearish divergence? Yeah, we could. That would be perfectly normal for us to pump more, create more of that divergence here, right? And look for action to the upside. Now, we could also keep on flagging on the 1 hour. Right? Keep on flagging here for a bit more before I actually break. So I would tell you, Cosmos right now, if you were getting in at $35, I would say it's going to be a big drop, man. It's going to be a big drop to here. But, you know, a stop loss could be 29 yearly and 16% drop. Maybe a 20 moving average would be a good stop loss on your entry. And that's about 6% to the downside. Now, crypto is known to make moves more than 10% in a day. So could it drop? Go to that 29. Yes, you could always exit at that target if it keeps on dropping below the 20 and then try to get back in at 29.78 if it looks as though it's going to bounce. You're creating something bullish. But for now, again, we could start to see some indecision happening here because we're going to get pressure on the 4 hour from that hidden divergence, right? 1 hour again, clear, daily. Still undecided. We are running on a hidden divergence, hidden bullish. It is not the strongest divergence, but again, the rest of the market is also scared. Just keep that in mind. If Bitcoin tanks again, we could see Atom dropping farther down, right? Up next, AVAX. AVAX taking a drop on the daily, right? Are we finally creating divergence? We are. Bullish divergence, strong for AVAX. Dropping to oversold right now, sitting sold at 31.21, and we're looking to where we can start a rally, maybe to a 20 moving average, but we're not looking super strong. It just looks as though we might consolidate this level before we actually get a move. So let's go to the 4 hour. Man, on the 4 hour chart, coming down lower again, just like Bitcoin and the rest. Dropping a bit more, dropping a bit more. In here and from here to here. Bullish divergence going up, hitting the 20, right? Now we're creating something else. Yes, hidden bearish. So we had some kind of strong bullish. Now we're creating hidden bearish. And again, that's going to build pressure on the price. We have it against the MACD, not against the RSI. Neutral at 44.68. Again, sideways motion. Maybe retest of that 20. We have dropped. Looks as though we want to bounce. But anything that starts to go higher is going to still be creating hidden bearish divergence. So again, with an area where we're starting to see pressure on the price, we know the market is bearish. Here we do have a potential double bottom that is being built. How do we know it's a double bottom? Well, you know, we have a downtrend, a well-established downtrend. Here we have that sort of double bottom as well, which failed. And here we're also creating that double bottom, but for it to confirm, we need to get above this target at $65.01. So again, this will be our neckline that we must get above for it to confirm. And again, potential double bottom coming in for AVAX here on the 4 hour, right? Wow, what is up with these people coming in putting these weird addresses here? Okay. Right, so on the 1 hour, again, similar bottom, right? Again, look at that, boom, boom. Right, we're targeting that same area. I'm just gonna draw this line here. Oh snap, that didn't work. Something like that. So again, one bottom, two bottoms. Again, double bottoming at about the same area. So again, this double bottom could be coming into play. We are technically slightly higher. Also, we are coming to less of that negative momentum and higher on the RSI. So I'm not looking for divergence right now. As you can tell, right, again, this is slightly lower, this is slightly higher. If you want to say we have divergence, you could just establish that this is sideways motion. Again, it is a small amount that we're off by, right? It's just a fraction of a cent. So with that into consideration, you could say it is negligible, and that in fact you could be developing some medium bullish divergence, and with that the possibility for a rally. And if that is to come true, then we should be expecting a break in above this here target on the 1 hour chart. Once we break this target, we could be aiming for higher areas of value, right? Steven, thank you very much. Yes, guys, if you enjoy the content, hit the like, hit the bell, hit the sub. We're live every night. Now, starting at 8 p.m. Central. So crypto. I'm so crypto. I'm so excited for this project. Let's go here on Bitcoin. Let's see, do we have that double bottom? No, we're dropping more. Did Ethereum have that double bottom and I just completely missed it? No, I think we also dropped more. Yeah, we dropped. So right now, again, struggling to go higher. We're not looking as though we have a lot of strength. But impulse up, we are getting that down sloping consolidation, right? Look, impulse up, consolidating down sloping. We could be looking for another leg up to build. Could be looking for that next leg up to build here on Bitcoin also, right? Impulse up, down sloping consolidation. We could be looking for a break. I think if Bitcoin gets above 36,500, it's going to get a better chance this time to break above 37,000. Then we could be in target to close that upper gap that we have and even go to 39,291, right? Bitcoin's doing good, man, right now. It's trying to hold. It sucks in the macro, medium time scale, but it is trying to hold, man. I mean, we are in an established downtrend. Elon, what is up, dude? How's the corn? It's doing good. It's doing good right now. If you bought corn here at the bottom, look at this, by the way. Look, it just hit that spot on 33,090 and opened there, man. Opened 33,119, have it at 33,090. Again, supports spot on this chart. That's why I love this chart. Our supports are so good. Although there's a lot of them, we always hit them and reject them, right? Look here, rejection spot on, coming back down here, boom, rejection here. Struggling with that area for a bit, right? Trying to fight for it, but ultimately rejecting. You're rejecting near that area, holding support down here, right? Look at those moves. So again, good supports and resistance are key to your trading, right? You gotta know where you're gonna find some resistance on your moves, and then you gotta determine how strong that resistance is gonna be. That's why I said if Bitcoin gets above the 36,000, we would be breaking whatever kind of consolidation pattern we're building right now. All right, and that could lead us to get that new leg up here on Bitcoin, right? And again, this looks like we're doing. I'm not gonna call it a fallen wedge yet until I anchor this a little bit better, but you know, it is looking a little bit like a sort of fallen wedge that could be short-lived on Bitcoin as we continue pumping higher, right? Bitcoin is actually on a very large downtrend. Right? Since November, we've just been in a downtrend. That puts us almost November the 7th. We're over 2 months just downtrending, right? We got to get exhausted of this. We got to get tired of just moving down. We have not gotten proper relief for pumps, right? We can even say that back here when we dropped, right, on May, right? It was a quick drop. And again, we didn't get good relief until July, right? So May, we could say May the 9th, right? So May, June, and then July 21st, right? So we're looking about a little bit over 2 months before we got relief. So if we go by that 2-month time scale, we should be looking for some relief to come in soon. And hopefully I was trying to get above that 37,000. Again, we have areas that we must get above for Bitcoin to really start looking for recovery. First of all, we need to break this downtrend that we're in, right? For that we need to get above 40,000 at least. That would be today's price. Tomorrow would be a little bit lower, 40,100, then 39, and so on. But we need to break that area. We need to get above the 20 moving average, and ultimately we really need to look for Bitcoin getting above the 200 moving average. So long as Bitcoin keeps trading below that 200 moving average, we are going to be looking at a bearish scenario, right? So good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Thank you for being here. Thank you for asking for coins. Thank you for requesting awesome charts to look at. Man, this is so cool. Crush bumping a bit, 6% up, man. Again, taking a massive move down, getting some consolidation. It looks to be upsloping. Again, I will be worried about it. Could bring farther sell-off. CRV also pumping 7%, but again, here we have the opposite, right? Down sloping consolidation. So this could bring a pump coming in. Again, you see how the markets are not, some of the markets are not looking the same, but in general, the overall trend is down sloping, at least in the midterm. It looks as though right now some coins are trying to do something a little bit different, and that could be where we start to look for maybe some instability to come in, and some coins pump while Bitcoin drops, and that could start to spark that, maybe we're gonna go for a rally sentiment on the rest of crypto, right? Fed meeting this week. Hopefully this all front run to good news for the meeting. Yes, meeting. When is the FOMC meeting? Is it on Wednesday? Is it tomorrow? Can't remember when they're. I can't remember where the FOMC meetings are. Tomorrow, all right. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Adrian said Wednesday, then said tomorrow. All right, so tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll see what the Fed has to say, whether or not they're going to be spiking rates, holding rates, and what the strength of the economy is overall, and that's going to have a huge impact on the market. So I'll be looking to see what the Fed says before we actually start looking at something happening. Maybe there's speculation in the markets that the Fed might come with something good. Let's look at the Dow, man. The Dow did recover a bit. Look at the similar thing that Bitcoin, right? Look at the Dow. Insane move down, right? And then insane rally. But this looks exaggerated for the Dow. How much did it drop? It dropped 3%. That is huge. That's like a Bitcoin dropping 15%. How much did we recover here? Again, we're looking at 3.77% recovery. Low to high. Did we make more negative momentum finally? I'm gonna have some in here. Yeah, more negative momentum. Hidden bullish divergence, right? Hidden bullish divergence, and with that, the possibility for a rally. We don't have it against the R size, just against the MACD. So Dow did recover, but again, similar. Let's look at the Dixie, right? Let's look at the dollar index. Do we have something similar? No, dollar index strengthened actually, but it's something opposite, right? A large wick to the upside. Now, getting above the 20 is good. That means the dollar could look for more strengthening, and that this comes with hidden divergence. Overall, if we were to put a resistance line, I think we would be breaking it, depending on where we looked at it. If we look at it like this, we haven't hit it. But if we consider this to be the nearest high, at least for the trend line, we go here, it looks as though we're trying to break it. So I could put the dollar going on a short-term bull trend and gaining strength against a basket of currencies that is trading here. Right? So, did the S&P do something similar here? Getting 0.28 again, similar thing, right? Nasty drop and then getting a bounce. So yes, Bitcoin and stocks are kind of moving correlated, and you can expect that to happen when you have institutional investors in stocks and institutional investors in crypto. They are probably going to be looking to move the market around the same way, so we're getting similar movements. And again, probably part of the same sentiment that we are getting across the market, right? Oh, sorry, Jake. What? No, I didn't. When did you post it? Where do you post it? It's just been crazy, man. It's you put a mod chat? I'm not sure. Or earlier in the stream? I'm not sure. I had a busy day today, man. Jake's gonna be streaming crypto, late night crypto and chill. It's gonna be good, man. Trying to see if there's anything else that is worth checking out. XRP dropping 1.17, and we're dropping below supports. Yep, look, we are ranging in that area from 63 to 58. All right. That's fine. We've wicked that 58, or even this here lower area 54.94 twice. Not just that. I'm waiting. All right, cool. Thanks, Jake, man. Nice. Jake's gonna be going live here in a second. Trying to see what Bitcoin's doing, man. Trying to see what Bitcoin's doing. Let's go into 1 hour. Just waiting for the hour to close and see where we're at, man. It looks as though we are actually going to try to break that wedge to the upside. Small wedge, though. It's a small wedge. But again, it could, like, small moves sometimes could set the tunes for larger moves to come. So again, Bitcoin getting above 36,000 would likely get Ethereum to get close to that $2,500 mark. So if Bitcoin starts to rally now, we'll be looking for maybe a potential in on Ethereum as well. And try to ride some of this to the upside and then gain some moolah on the moving up, right? By the way, guys, what do you think about the new time schedule? What do you think about the time change to 8 p.m. stream? Let me know. I am interested. Type 1 in the chat if you like the new time schedule that we're on. Type 2 in the chat if you'd rather have the 9 p.m. We're going to be doing this query for a couple days, but we're going to see how things are going to go, right? Run for Wars says, I like it. Jake says, I'm fine with it. We'll see what else. We'll see what else. Oswald says 1. Jake says 1. May says -7, so I'm not sure what that means. I only get 2 options. So Cat must jumped on the keyboard and clicked -7. So how many things that is a -7? It's good stuff, guys. It's a good stream. I'm liking it. I'm enjoying this time schedule. So far, at least the first day feels good. We'll see. We'll see. We might get different crowd of people joining. I'm not sure. We'll see. We shall see. Man, market 13 seconds to go before this candle closes, man. Yeah, you said it the right way, right? Man, get your off the keyboard. Get your kitty cat off the keyboard. Dude. All right, we are opening above that target, not because we broke it, just it happens that we're opening next to it, and it's above us, right? So Ethereum on the Bitcoin, the 1 hour is above the 20, which is good. But this could come and break back in, and what that's going to get us is basically a retargeting here on our pips. Now going to this yellow line and bouncing on it could be a strong area that, you know, it could be a strong indicator that we're looking for support today, and maybe even going higher on the price, right? So again, Steve says 1. Yeah, I know. All right. I know for a couple of guys that are on the East Coast, you know, the regular stream that we were at, it was like 10 p.m. finishing by 11, and a lot of people are tired by that time. A lot of people just want to go to sleep. A lot of people get home at 6 p.m. They don't want to look at a lot of crypto news. So, you know, I'm also trying to like get a good time schedule where people might be interested in looking at crypto, but not so tired that they want to do something else. Maybe just go to sleep, or they're already tired of looking at crypto, right? Steve says, I'm so sick of bears. Oh, shouldn't live in Canada, man. Move to a place where there's no bears. Go to like Arizona. There's coyotes there. You might have a lot more fun with coyotes than bears, man. But, you know, don't poke a bear. Don't poke a bear, man. Again, Bitcoin. This is what wants to open on the downside. Yes, that's normal. We still have a whole hour to go. I'll be looking for it to break back into this zone. If it does, could be some trouble. Crypto Gaming, what is up, dude? Could be looking at some trouble. Otherwise, again, bouncing at that line, could be looking for more action to the upside, right? Chris Beat says, I'd prefer earlier in the day, but it's whatever. Whatever you want to be, man. Yeah. I have some boodle bear. What? What is a boodle bear? Jake, what is a boodle bear? Crypto Gaming, am I late? I was used to the regular time. Yeah, we shifted an hour earlier today, man. Starting the day an hour earlier, right? So we're starting at 8 p.m. Central. And that's going to be our new schedule for the next coming days. I hope I don't forget. Today, all of a sudden, I was like, oh, man, I got to stream at 8. I remember that around 7. I was like, oh, damn, I need to hurry now. So, yeah, I started getting into... I started to do this for the stream. I need to do this for the stream. Again, the market is... Well, you see... You'll see on my stream... have 13 boodle bears. All right. I'm gonna have to watch that and see what that is. Something that I gotta tell you guys, right, is until now, what we're starting to see here, I don't think this is looking like a bear trap right now, a bull trap right now, sorry. Why am I saying that? Because bull traps, they have this hooking motion and this drops, right? Like, boom here, right? Like, right? We've talked about this move before. Here we're not getting that insane drop move. We're getting more of a consolidating move. So, the trap, let's go here. I'll show you in the 4 hour, I think, or the daily. Where was that we had that trap? It wasn't, oh, sorry, I went in the weekly. Let's go on the daily. Right, traps look like this. Look, remember, it's downward motion. You get that hooking line and then drop. You get that hooking and then drop, right? So here we're not there yet. We're not getting that move yet. So I'll just be a little bit careful overall, right? MM says, I love the new time. Thank you very much for that, man. I appreciate it. Steve says, send it. Send it pumping. You know, it kind of sucks that we are about to lose whatever we made yesterday on the day. Still many hours to go, but look, we've just opened, and even though we gapped up a little bit in the opening, I think, so here we closed at 36,724. Here we opened at 36,721. We did gap down a bit on the opening, but we are almost bearish engulfing yesterday already. Could that be bad? Yeah, usually bearish engulfing is bad, but you need to wait for confirmation. What does confirmation mean? Well, yeah, it just means that you have to wait for the candle to close because we still have 20 hours to go. It's too early to tell whether or not we're going to bearish engulf, right? So, I think it's said.run, not send. MA, I think you type an N instead of a D. Anyways, we will be calling it a stream earlier today. And that's going to be it for tonight, I think. So you're trying to count. I don't count it. Well, yeah, I know. But it's daily. Jake, do you have the link to your stream? Yeah, I think that's it. Set.run. Seeing if Jake has a link to his stream. Alright, you gotta post it, man. Well, I'm gonna be going to Bitcoin Jake's stream here shortly. I'm gonna be hanging out there. So if you guys want to see what is happening, we shall see what's going on with the Jake. General voice chat to hang. Yeah, I'll join on voice chat for a bit. Waiting for Jake to post his link, then we'll be signing off. And then it'll be another stream tomorrow, which is gonna be good. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have something different to talk about. Hopefully the market can keep on going. There goes Jake's stream coming up. Guys, again, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you hit the like, the bell, and the sub. Join us on the Discord. Links have gone out. Remember, all the information that we're providing here is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please don't trade based on what you see here. We're just discussing ideas. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. On that note, go to Bitcoin Jake's channel. Show him some love. Hit the sub. Hit the like. Turn on notifications for his channel. And on that note, I'll catch you guys again tomorrow for another edition of So Crypto. Until then.